All right, hello, I'm here once again. I forgot to change this. Nice, awesome, great, excellent, beautiful. I am not doing part 3 of this event. That was the last time that I streamed, of course. Doing event. Well, we wait. Okay, this. Change into this. Game capture. Would you? No flickering. And everything's good. Nice. Excellent. Let me lower the volume here. Hold on. Oh no, there's a lot of dust on my mic already. Oh no. That's how much I've been doing stuff. Or commentary. Alright, new event, August event. We already know what it is. For those who are just watching the VOD, this event is going to be the August 2025 event. There are 15 steps of this event. I do not have any goddamn clue what is going on with this event. Yeah, we recently just finished the whole Sunfest event, all 3 stages. Unfortunately, I did not even get this stupid moon touch of all time, even though I was just constantly just, hey, I am buying it, I'm willing to buy it, and grind it for it, and never actually ended up getting it. So, GG's, ended up losing that whole godforsaken ally. Alright, so this time around there is a new mount. So there seems to be like one new mount. 1 pairs of wings, 4 different allies outside of the montage of all time. So there are 4 allies, 1 mount, 1 pairs of wings from the looks of it. That's all of the items this time around. Hey, what's up? Not much. Obviously, not been here for a little while. Just been doing other stuff. But yeah, just been chilling for the most part. Playing playing essentially my very first MMO once again. Been enjoying that. And of course, whenever I'm not doing that, I'm just working little by little on editing, because I'm still doing the 0 to 30,000 power. Like I did mention multiple times, I am working very slowly on that video. I'm not going to try to rush it out and just have it as early as possible. I'm going to take my time. It's going to be a video that is going to take me a long time to make, because I don't want to burn myself out trying to rush it out, right? So so far in terms of the progress, I finished the whole day 1. At day 2, I've already finished the whole footage. I got all of the audio just ready to go. All I need to do is just grab footage, and that's it. Grab footage, sound effects, and I pretty much just finished the longest part, the longest editing process, which is the audio, essentially. The footage is a little bit easier. The mic seems to be a little bit loud. Sorry about that. But at the very least, the whole audio, which is to me the part that takes me the longest, is completed from beginning to the end, all 6 parts. Well, all 7, because it's technically, because the thing is with that video is that it is essentially 7 videos in one. Well, 6.5 technically. So that's why I wanted to make it the best possible, like the best project that I could do. So I wanna make it just as good as possible from beginning to the end, fully edited, fully everything. There is some funny stuff, there is some live or stuff taken from the actual stream itself, and a lot of commentary, a lot of stuff. It's going to be a fun video. Been enjoying my time doing it. That's the thing. Been enjoying it. Just taking it slowly rather than just trying to rush it out. But yeah, I'm just, when I'm not doing that, I'm just chilling, just doing my own thing, and enjoying doing other stuff. Also, the second channel has been just going crazy over the past month, like over 600,000 views in like a month. Is ridiculous. Just mainly from shorts. Certain shorts have been doing really well. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm like, here's the thing. I wanted to essentially just talk about this a little bit more, because I feel, of course, Trove has been on a very, very bad... hold on, let me... The microphone seems to be a little bit loud. Sorry about that. All right. Hopefully a little bit better. Probably not. Let me also do a little thing that I did beforehand. Properties. Audio input device. Don't mix to mono. Okay, there we go. Now it is mono audio, so it doesn't have any of those weird hicks that it tends to do sometimes. But But I was saying, I need to essentially just talk about like potentially just trying to step more further away from Trove. And that's just mainly because Trove is just not doing too well. Again, at the beginning of the year, I essentially just gave this game one more year. This year, if they don't get anything like sorted out, I'm just going to try to step away from the game. Because I don't want to just essentially just force myself with this game, and especially considering the dwindling player base and my enjoyment being lower and lower because of the terrible updates, and I don't want to force myself playing this game. Like, I've been playing this game for 8.5 years. That's just crazy to think about. Like, I don't, and it is actually playing the game, by the way. I am not. Look at this. I got a 3,000 streak logging into this game. Like, I've been logging into this game for more than 8 years. Right? So I'm trying to always keep a high note and just trying to be as positive as possible for this game. And obviously it's not like I don't have stuff to make, but at the same time I just don't want to. It's just not an enjoyable experience in certain aspects. I will still try to do like the Trove guides and the news and all of that. And the thing is just that I've been essentially just playing this game for since day one, and I want to switch it up. And that's also the other thing. I've been doing content, like Trove content, since 2018. It's been like over 7 years now. So I feel like I just need to do. I need to do other stuff as well if I want to continue to do this. Unless they do really massive changes to Trove, I probably. It's either two options: either do other stuff or stop posting in general, and focus on like second channel and whatever. But in due time, Like, I really would like to share some stories as well. Like, I got certain stories and also my experiences with certain games. Like, over the past, I would say 5-6 months, I've been like, here's all of the type of game that I've been playing. Like, of course, my very first MMO RPG, which is Tibia, by the way. I played that game since 2006. Been playing, especially this past month, I've been playing that game a whole lot. I played the first 4 Gran Turismo game, which is a nostalgia. I played Digimon World 4, which is one of like those, what I like to call guilty pleasure games, because the game sucks ass, but I still enjoyed it. I played all 8 Mega Man X games. Mega Man X1 through X8. All of them. Like, I did all of them. Of course, I also, of course, did the Holo Cure, which I never posted it, by the way. But I played Holo Cure, which is a free-to-play game. I got 100% achievement, which took like 200 plus hours to actually get all 100% achievement on that game. Of course, my Monster Hunter World Wilds experience, just revisiting World, and also with my experience with Monster Hunter Wilds. But that's also another thing. Like, I got so many things that I would love to talk about, but I never actually got myself to do it, because the only time that I posted something HoloCube related, that video got dislike bomb like hell. Like, I just posted a hate video or something, and it was just me just getting an achievement. Not even an achievement, it was just a self-achievement. It was just me getting all of the enemy fan letters, or whatever the hell they call. That show got I should got deleted. At one point it had like more than double dislike than likes, essentially. This is crazy weird behavior, but hey, whatever. And also, like, whenever I did like my Terraria video or series a while back, which I stopped. But I stopped doing that because it was mainly when I was doing, well, in the middle of like the Delves update or something like that. Like when the Delves update just dropped, and I was just very focused on the Delves update. So, but yeah, that video got absolutely deleted. It was just me getting an achievement, and it felt like I just betrayed and hated everyone or something like that, and it was just like, okay. Like, I expected no one to watch it, which is understandable, but getting bombarded by like that, it just felt weird. Yeah, no, like legit, it got to a point where if I don't post a Trove guide video, it's bound to be like disliked. Essentially, it got to this point. I'm not even kidding, by the way. It just doesn't feel. It didn't feel good. Oh well, what can I do? What can you do? No, that one HoloCure video, that one was an actual outlier, even right now, especially. Let me see, because right now he settled down quite a bit more. But let me just tell you, I'm not even kidding. What is it? Where is it? Yeah. It's right now 10 to 5. 10 likes, 5 dislikes right now. But at one point it was 1 and it was like 1 and 8 or something like that, or 2 and 8 or something ridiculous. It was rough, but no. Anyways, enough about saying BS stuff like that. Let's start doing the event. I'll still be reading chat. You anything to say? That's just how it is. 20 minutes of introduction. I think that's more than enough. Of course, I will try to do a quick guide video regarding this event. That's just a given. I'm pretty sure this event is going to be very short. I don't think they're going to drop in like another big event after Sunfest. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is, if I recall correctly, this is the event that is tied to the Everdark for the most part. Or Fae, but it's like mostly Everdark in the Obelisk dungeons. Let's see if it keeps up the same. Anyways, step 1, make Tori in the hub. Tori. Craft an Elysian emblem. Wait, excuse you? Okay. So this is where you get all of the mastery items, I guess. Yeah, that's just how it is. Like, I was expecting it. Like, when I post something that is not Trove related, I'm just expecting it not to do well. That's just a given. That's common. That's to be more of a common sense. But that one hologear, it just felt wrong. Anyways. 1-star dungeons. Okay, I guess let me just do 1-star dungeons because for some reason... Whatever. Yeah. And just felt wrong. And it wasn't like I was doing, like, it's not like I did anything bad. I literally, all I did, it was just choking my live reaction of getting an item that I was grinding for 20 plus hours. Literally. That was it. It was just a live reaction of me just getting something. Oh god damn it, the lag. I'm not gonna lie, doing the other shorts have been very nice. I am getting so many lag spikes. I am not... Hopefully it's not... Yeah, I think it's just Trove. Trove, I think this is a Trove lag moment. I don't think it's my internet. My internet lately has been like pretty okay, I will say. But I think it's more of a Trove moment. It's been pretty alright. I woke up really early. Like I woke up like almost at 5 in the morning. And like I mentioned, I played a little bit of Tibia, and then I was playing with my brother 2K before he went to work. Literally just before this stream, I was playing 2K with my brother. So just been chilling for the most part today. And then once I'm done with this event here, I will try to have everything just edited out. Hopefully by today or by tomorrow, depending on how long this event is. Also, by the way, am I even getting this by any chance? I'm not even paying attention. Yeah, soul sigils, yes, I am actually getting them. Oh yeah, I already have them. I already got 50. Okay. Cool. Lot more people. Haha. Hashtag neighbors. That happens all the time. Getting neighbored. Stupid lawnmower, leaf blower. Or construction equipment, aka the Latino national anthem. Oh my god, they're doing this. Dude, can they really just stop with this BS of crafting one item and the materials just get more and more expensive? This is just this sucks. I hate this so much. Like, I think it's just one of the stupidest things ever. Like, first of all, it takes so long to... Oh, hello. It takes so long to craft many stuff. And then once you ended up just crafting, it just punishes player who plays more. Okay. Defeat enemies. Okay, sure. Did I crash or something? Okay, I guess I crashed. Yeah, it's so dumb. It's so stupid. Like, why? Why do you go with something like that? It's like, okay, let me just put in the... That was you. I see. Hashtag getting steady snipe. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's such a stupid mechanic. Like, honestly, legit the reason why I didn't even get the moon touch of all time. Not even kidding. I literally spent, I guess I spent like, how much did I spend on donation? I think I spent like 300 million in donations, and I never actually got it. And golden souls, somber souls, and trying to do a donation in order for me to actually just try to get the moon touch of all time. Never actually ended up getting it. But yeah, it's so dumb. Yeah, they would really want you to just... Oh yes, do you want to grind our event? Well, too bad. You grind but get like 1 or 2 more attempts than the player who doesn't even play the game. Like, what? No, you should encourage players to play the game. Okay. Defeat 100 enemies. So it's such a dumbass mechanic. It really is so dumb. Yeah. All right. Talk to you. Trial honor completed delve. Okay. Or whatever you say. Whatever you say. Completed delve. UP. Now the audio is cutting off a little bit more. Okay. Okay. I need to just keep messing up with the compressor. So I keep forgetting that my audio in OBS is just completely different than on my Streamlabs. Or at least all of my main filters and such. I don't know why I'm using the Shadow Hunter for this, but hey, whatever. It's only a Delph floor. So let's see. I actually also I really wanted to talk in regards to the community post that I put regarding the hot takes. Some of the hot takes that I saw were unhinged and diabolical. I will just say that. I'm just gonna keep it 100. They were some diabolicals right there. Turn to this mother fifer. Dude, I've been getting a lot of lag spikes in this game. Let me do packet loss testing. This just feels off. Feels really off. Oh yeah, it's very up and down. My internet is very up and down, but that's just normal when it comes to streaming. But it's like super... The lag spike is super consistent. It's like, it's super weird. Yeah, like, yeah, same. Trust me, same. I almost crashed out when I read that. I was like, ain't no way that someone compared that say cheating is good and then compare it to piracy and then say piracy is morally correct. Like, wow. Wow, I just read that. Alright. Talk to you. What do you have? Feywiles. Okay. Like, that's not even a hot take. That's just wrong. To me, the hot takes is a controversial take, but at the very least, mostly the controversial takes. Well, that is definitely controversial. Let me just tell you that. I mean, technically, it is a hot take, but it is a hot take that is just completely wrong. But in like some hot takes is just, well, like Vlad said, like Vlad put in also as well, like Shadowhunter's a mid character, mid grinder is like, so that's a hot controversial take. It's like, I disagree, but I can see why. But cheating is just no. There it is. Okay. Make sure to just grab some footage of one current. What the hell? That is so weird. Tori. Yeah. Wow. Going into saying that to other creators is as well not okay. Yeah. Like I get that Trove's grind is, especially when it comes to progression, is just rough, but having to resort to cheating is not okay. Definitely not okay. That's the reason why Trove is in a predicament right now. Because of that same reason. Tori. Solve the hub's riddle. I can find the natural is a little different. Here's a note from your target. Oh, you're here. Strong, courageous, loyal. Yeah, it's literally what ended up just destroying the whole game. You know what? I'm just gonna talk to like every NPC imaginable. I'm not even going to. Is it you? No, it's not you. I'm not even going to try to solve the riddle. Every NPC is getting talked to. Hold on. Oh yeah, by the way, also here. I didn't even realize that these were even here in the game. I bought them yesterday. I was like, wait, what the hell? Why is everyone like so much higher than mastery, to the point that I'm like, okay, it's unreachable, unreasonably high. And yeah, what the hell? Anyway, it's okay. Somewhere in the hub, stoward. Okay, I'm going to be complete dumb. I mean, someone already said it a little bit before, but I want to cheat. Oh, I see. Yeah, I already cheat. Not even going to keep trying. Not even going to try. It says that it was in the correct scenario. Is it you? Sir Jelly. Okay, that's going to be a pain in the ass to find normally. Or some people. But yeah, legitimately is what ended up just destroying the whole game. It was the whole cheating scandal. Cheating, it was definitely not the... That's 33 stars. Definitely not the end all be all, like the good thing. Like, no, that's just not okay. Like, I'd have my own personal hot takes, but unironically, I think some people do believe that that was a good thing to happen to the game. Like, in a non-harmful way. It's like, oh yes, I got my Chinese stuff. But they really don't realize that destroyed the whole market. They essentially just made everything just not valuable, like, at all. Yeah, very unlikely that it is going to recover. I mean, it recovers somewhat, but especially the player base. Oh my god, the lag. Especially the player base, yeah, for sure is never going to recover. That's pretty much one of the main reasons I've been just maybe thinking of just trying to switch it up a bit. For myself. Mainly. But I really would like to do, at the very least, the 0 to 30,000 power rank video is not so much of a guide video, rather of a story time video, or story just explaining what ended up happening during my whole time, during my whole journey on that one. I think it's something that I would like to do more about the other stuff, and I feel that is at least an excellent start. Because it's still Trove, but it's different from like the usual stuff that I normally do. Like, I'm trying to hype it up as much as possible, but at the same time, I don't want to just create unnecessarily high expectations on it as well. That's also another thing that I need to just put it like right there. I don't want to put unnecessarily high expectations on that video and just being like, oh yes, no. The video is just going to be a surefire masterpiece. No. But it will most definitely be a good watch, hopefully. It's going to be in the same level of editing as the shorts, essentially. For example, you know, the shorts video that I've been putting on the channel, which has a lot more editing than the regular commentary style video. It's going to be that, but for the span of like more than half an hour. Because the video is most definitely going to be like 35 minutes long. "30 to 35 minutes long, give or take. It's going to be half an hour long. It's going to be crazy. So I would like to give a heads up to my fellow 4-minute watcher, or 3-minute watcher, I like to call them. The people that watch no more than 3 minutes. Well, this video is going to be more than the norm. So GG's. I sound like a complete asswipe, but it's just me being real. I actually hit it through a wall. That's crazy. I like to put it like that because it happens so often. I don't mind. Like I'm sometimes like a 3-minute watcher myself. Not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, yeah. But considering this event is pretty short, and also that my premium time on Tibia is like running out, I think I can just focus on it. But the thing is that I didn't even focus so much on it this last month, outside of me just playing Tibia, but also because of the stupid Sunfest event. I was grinding so much of the Sunfest event and I just didn't want to do anything to do with Trove. Like I just wanted to be done with it. And considering that the montage of all time never dropped, I stayed essentially the whole month just trying to grind for this stupid thing. And GG's. I just didn't want, like, I did not want to do anything to do with Trove, and I just didn't even. At most, what I ended up just doing, it was just maybe mess around a little bit with the footage here and there, but I was like, nah. This can go die in a fire. But at the very least, while doing that, I still ended up with day 2. Yeah. Yeah, at the very least, this event seems to be like really short, so it's not that big of a deal to have the event just drop in like really quickly. But the thing is that I'm most afraid of is knowing the track record from devs usually. Is that I'm afraid that they might just drop in something at the test server soon. Sooner than we think. Maybe even the potential blocking mechanic and Mystic Gear. Or Mystic Gems, I should say. Something tells me that it's going to come out way sooner than we think. It's just knowing the track record. Because usually when they announce stuff, they usually just drop it in. Like usually very soon. Whenever they announce stuff, they usually just drop it in within the next 1 or 2 months. Yeah, me neither. I'm not looking forward to that. And I'm afraid, considering the Crystal Gem conversion is... Considering that the regular Crystal Gem conversions are expensive, I wouldn't even imagine the Mystic Gem conversion, how expensive they're going to be. Is it on PlayStation? Yes, this event is out on PlayStation and PC as well. But yeah, this drifter sucks ass. I am not looking forward too much on Mystic Gear. In fact, I'm quite afraid on how they are going to implement that. Because here's the thing, I already explained most of my concerns in the developer video. And that's just mainly because a lot of players, you know, a lot of us have maxed out crystal gems. That's true. And we have gem dust like no one's business. But that's the issue. Knowing the developers, my game just crashed. Okay. It's going to goddamn dubstep Trove. My brain just static. Oh, yeah. Considering the developers usually like the tracking record from usually dropping in a new tier of something, they usually just make it so unbelievably expensive just to combat people that have a lot of resources, which is a dumb way to actually just approach something, because what ended up just doing that is just creating insane expectations for people who doesn't have like all of the maxed out gems or all the same resources as the player who is, you know, end game. So yes, naturally we will be like really happy and excited, like the end game player will be very happy and excited. Cool, yes, we can just grind something, I guess. But that ultimately ends up hurting literally everyone. Everyone else gets absolutely destroyed by that cause. And due to that is what ends up just having players just quitting the game entirely, or just hoping that, you know, cheating happens so they can just get their shiny stuff but destroy the whole game in the process. It's definitely a pretty dumb way to approach stuff, which is the reason why not only Mystic Gear sucks, but also Crystal 5. Like, Crystal Level 5 sucks ass. But did you know that Crystal Level 5 was supposed to be cheaper? But they only incremented the amount of value for the resources because people ended up duplicating Nitro on PC. So they increased the prices or the cost to upgrade Crystal 5. I actually just put in the original values on my Crystal Level 5 videos. I believe it was like, instead of like 50,000, I think it was like 30,000 Nitro. Or something like that. Where the hell is it? Oh, sorry. But yeah, they incremented the thing is like player were already saying like, you know, Crystal Level 5 was already pretty expensive. But people ended up just duplicating Nitro on PC, and for them to essentially just have a Nitro sync on PC, they essentially increased the prices on Crystal 5 upgrades. And the prices are what they are right now. But they were supposed to be way cheaper, and they were pretty expensive. I believe it used to cost like 90,000. It was like 90,000 Nitro for a full set upgrade. Roughly something like that. Now I believe it costs like 210,000 or 165,000. I don't remember how much it is. And I crash again. I think it's 165,000 to upgrade a maxed out C5. It used to cost 90,000 for a full set of C5. It's because the same logic and same way force fragments. I believe it was way less force fragments to upgrade a max C5. I don't remember the exact value. I had to check the original video, but yeah. That's why I'm afraid, because I'm afraid that they might do exactly the same thing with something like Mystic Gem. Oh, people duplicated gem dust like crazy. People duplicated gem boosters. Oh, we're going to make them incredibly expensive and difficult to get. Hence, it's going to be like really, really, really bad. we both got troved. Hashtag Trove be like. Trove is like the only game that crashes whenever you look to the right. You can just run around like this, move your camera like this to the right, and you can crash. Hashtag Trove. Oh my god, I am getting street sniped by a helicopter again. There has not been a helicopter roaming around in this past month. And then again, it's like, oh yes, John streaming. You can be AFK and crash. Yep, that's just... Trove is something special. This game is something special. That's just Trove being Trove. The Trove experience. You minding your own business and it just crashes out of nowhere. Dude, that's actually really funny. Just going like AFK for a little bit and then just come back and you're in the Xbox menu. Like, oh, wait, what the hell happened? Wait, hold on. Did I get an update or something? Like, what? Three more. Not even going to try to do the shadow towers because I'm surprised that no one just came around and just said, did you know that you can do shadow towers? I'm surprised. I am surprised. I'm gonna be honest. Usually always happens whenever there's a 3-star dungeon completion like objective. Very surprised. Not gonna lie. Well done. It's always fun when I see that. Did you know that you can do shadow towers for the 3 stars? Like, oh yeah. Okay, there's the last boss. Alright. Where's the last one? Talk to Tori again. Yeah, that's why I don't... me personally, I don't get upset if I just crash. I'm just like, whatever. It's just Trove being Trove. It's kind of hilarious sometimes. Tori again. Daily quests. Okay, what is this? Delve. 3 stars. And regular... Oh, enemies. Okay. Like when people ask, you usually ask that, oh, when is Trove going to fix all of the crashing? Just like that, with case in point, goddamn. Right on cue. I'm just like, the truth is never, you know, you're always going to end up crashing in this game. That's just how it is. Whether we like it or not, that's just a limitation for the game in general. It's not going to end up happening. Usually, in many cases, it's just memory leak or many VFX is going on with this game. Just embrace it as a feature. Even in many games is not even a feature. Heck, what is it like? What ended up happening? I believe it was like Gingerbread. One of the developers says something like, I believe it was a bug going on with Trove. It was like a couple of years ago, and I remember him saying like, yeah, small bugs. It's just Trove. I was like, oh, okay. I see how it is. Even developers just acknowledge just Trove. It's just Trove. It's 3. I actually do have it on one of my videos. I don't remember which video it was. Like, I actually just put that on the intro, but I remember just recording that. But yeah. It's a small bug. It's just Trove. Like, oh, fair enough. Okay, there's 100 enemies. I need one more 3 stars, so I guess I'll just do the delve. That will count as 1 3 star. Bugs, crash, that's just Trove. Welcome to the game. That should just be a feature of the game. The game is very, very hectic, very crazy. You can go into crazy adventure, but dude, it is so crazy that you can go into the main menu multiple times. Because Trove is that type of game. It's that crazy. It's fun times, fun times. Very fun times. Hey, what can we do? I don't know if they... Because I know they implemented the new servers on PC, but I don't know if that got implemented on console. I would assume so. Yes, as well. Even though I'm not 100% sure. Because the thing is, it's like I've never had too many server issues with this game. As surprising as that may sound. Like most of my lag problems is just my internet. But I'm just also very used to lagging in video games. By the way, that did not count as a... Oh no, it did count as a 3-star. It's 10 3-star. What the hell? I thought it was just only 3, but hell well. 10 3-stars. Oh no! Okay, you know what? No. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. Me seeing Splitgate, yeah, next weekend is going to be the Battlefield 6 beta. The open beta. This weekend. I'll play that a little bit because my brother and some of my buddies also wanted to play that game, and I'm like, okay, sure. Why not? I'm not too... I'm not too excited for that game, but hey. Sure. Many times I got betrayed by expectations. It just sucks so much. Game, I'm giving you compliments in regards to the servers, and you're giving me so many lag spikes. Please do not do that. Like, I did drop some frames, but it's not that much. It's just like very, very little. Oh yeah, looking at those wings, this is just so funny. What the hell were they thinking with this? I believe those are new pairs of wings that we ended up getting. And for some reason they look absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how they look in game. You know, they don't look bad, but but here it just looks like, what the hell? It looks so out of place, it's unreal. Right over there. It looks so wrong. It legitimately just looks so wrong. Five star. Oh my god, this game. This game, you get literally one tiny bit of like packet lag spike, and the game like literally doesn't know what to do with itself. It literally just gives you the worst kinds of lags. Come on. Give me the... There you go. It's either here or here. Oh, there's the boss. Not so much anymore. Like, pretty much all I do is just log in with the Shadow. Well, I just barely even play in general. Because I used to just farm with the knight on long shade, but I just don't do that anymore. I just don't grind long shade anymore. Maybe when the Mystic Gem eventually comes out, then I will just go back to using the knight. But in the meantime, I'm just using Shadowhunter for like low stuff. Thing is, it's just if Flux had value, essentially. Return to Tori. Okay. If Flux had more value, then I would be. Then yeah, I would be grinding with the knight more frequently. Because I will just be alternating between my Shadowhunter and my knight. Like I used to. But right now I'm just like, I don't even grind as much anymore. There we go. Okay. That's the whole event. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So, let's see. How many do we need? That's 10, 15, 22, 27, 32, 37, technically 39 in total. So look at this. So I got 15. So I just grabbed the wings because 100 mastery points. I mean, I'll eventually just get all of them. These are... Okay, I haven't checked the stats. It's under 50 lives, so it sucks. This sucks. Okay. Oh, the alley just sucks. Okay, cool. You can note it. Alright. I guess I'll just grab all of them little by little. And I guess people are doing ships. And that's how they're grinding. Dude. Okay, here comes one of my hot takes. And probably one of my biggest hot takes. They should nerf ships. In general. Ships sucks. I'm sorry. That's one of my hot takes. I mean, if you enjoy it, that's just, it's good, but me personally, I just don't. I just cannot seem to enjoy doing long shade all the time. Especially like I don't mind doing the 1-stars. If you could do 1-stars and 3-stars and then also mix it up with the 5-star, then yeah, sure, I wouldn't mind it, but I just don't like doing the same one dungeon over and over and over again. I do not enjoy that. It just feels like doing the class gem grind. That's why. I just don't enjoy it because it's just... Oh, let me just get to this dungeon. And do the same route. Oh, moving on to the next dungeon. Do the same route. Oh, next dungeon. Do the same route. Like, to me, what I enjoy about doing dungeons is thinking of ways of how to do them quicker, or look for alternate routes. Because I enjoy doing Geo Topside, even though it is one biome. And I've done so many dungeons here, but I just enjoy, going into this dungeon, trying to complete this dungeon as fast as possible, then do a 5-star, then do a 1-star, then do a 3-star. And then just keep alternating between all types of dungeons. But with Long Shade, to me, it's like, oh, I already know what to do. I'm running in this. It feels like doing the dells as well. The same thing to me. Like, I can do the dells for a little bit, but it feels like the exact same thing over and over and over again. And after you do it for like so long, it just doesn't feel good to do. That's why I don't particularly enjoy Long Shade. Just one to do the exact same thing over and over and over again. It's that same route. It just doesn't feel like I'm doing... Well, I don't know how should I put it. But yeah, I just don't feel like I'm just putting any thought to it. It's just like, oh yes, I am doing this route. And then I'm doing this route again. And then this route again. And this route again. And after a while, I was like, the hell with this. Yeah, after already just grinding a lot of the mastery items, well, not even all of them. Like, quite a bit of the mastery items, and heck, I got Mystic only to 1 star. That's it. I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. I pretty much stopped grinding once I got all of the dragons. Like, once I grinded essentially all of the dragon doing 5 star over and over and over again, I was like, nah, I'm done. Getting all of the essence for the dragons, I was like, nah, this is not. And I've just been grabbing like the keys every so often. I got 400. Yeah. It's just me with Longshade. And it also doesn't feel good to use any other character that isn't just Boomeranger. Essentially, that's also another thing that I just did not like. I don't mind the Boomeranger, but it's just not the class that I just enjoy playing the most. Especially as someone who uses the Knight and Longshade. Despite doing really high damage, the lack of range is very noticeable. Especially in Curse Skulls. Look at that. Look at everyone just going for ships, dude. Yeah, I'm just saying. That's my hot take. Like, ships are. Yeah, definitely not good for the game, in my opinion. Speaking of dungeons, did I think I already reached it, right? Yeah. I already got to 500k. Dungeons completed. I forgot to record it or something. Because I knew I was very close to it. Yeah. GG's, rip. Didn't even save it. But yeah. But yeah, I really don't... I really think the ships are... just kind of ruin it. Kind of ruin the game a little bit. Because it's like the fastest way to essentially just complete dungeons. And you don't need a whole lot to actually just get into ships. And once you get into the ships, you barely do anything. All you do is like either stand still, hit a curse call, or stand still and just gain rewards by doing nothing. Swear to God, dude, this godforsaken lag. Dude, my internet is like so jittery, it's not even funny. It's god awful. Just checking the internet right now, it's like, oh nah. I just don't want to function properly. Yeah. I see a ships in a nutshell. That is very true. That's why to me is just doesn't... I don't think it's a good thing for the game. It's like there essentially is no point in just playing the game for dungeons if just standing still getting EXP for free essentially is the best way of getting them. Just don't think is... Nah. And I think this event is the perfect example. This event is going to be the perfect example. People are just going to be asking for this. Especially today and tomorrow, people are going to be asking for ships non-stop. Me personally, I think that they should just give a limit on how many you can do a day. Force the players to actually just play the goddamn game. Dude, can you like not with the lag? That would be great. That would be great. Yeah, I believe so. And I think that if you actually just say that, or ships should just get nerfed, people are just gonna... That's why to me is like one of the biggest hot take for me. If I had to just give a take that is considered hot take, And most definitely that. That is one of my hot takes. Ships are a problem and should get nerfed. I'm not gonna sit here and just say that I haven't done ships myself, but in many cases I can count with like I can easily just count how many times I've done ships. Or I did ships for a reason. Like the only two reasons I did ships were Primal Knight title, like the title for the Prime Knight. Which I wanted to get just the XP just so I could get the title. Which I ended up getting it regardless just by grinding normally. Not shortly after just getting it by doing ships, so it was just pointless at the end of the day. And the other one was like essentially the mana. Just to get like all of the manas using the tomes or getting the tomes over and over and over again. Just to get all of the mysticism profession as fast as possible. So I could just have the video. And that was it. I could get all of the mana beasts and that was it. I think I might have grinded a little bit here and there, but that was... But I don't think I have, because most of the time that I do like Thunder Uplands 5-star dungeon, I do them by myself. I just don't invite people or people just join in. And that was it. But in many cases, I just do them by myself if I really want to do the 5-star dungeons. That was essentially the last time that I did it was for the Primal Knight title, which was like over a year ago, over a year and a half ago. And of course I joined it as a hitter, not as someone AFK. Because I remember I grinded the Stained Dragon essentially on my own. I think I was like doing duos or at most 3 people just grinding for the Stained Dragon. And doing mostly towers rather than ships, because I believe at the beginning, because ships were bugged, and in many cases, especially towards the beginning, they spawned like very regular bosses during ships, so you could not even get I believe you could not get Stained Dragon frags. Was it Stained Dragon frags or... No, I don't think it was. I think it was the both Watt and the Sunder did not spawn. So we used to mainly just look for those. So towers was the only one that used to spawn them. So that's mostly my journey with that one. looking for the styles and Stained Dragons plus Phoenix modes. Yeah, not a lot of people actually have that dragon. Dragon sucks ass. Yeah, genuinely, like dragons should, in my opinion, Dragon Quest should just get removed from the game. I think Dragon Quest should just get removed from the game in general. They provide like very little value to the game at this point. Because just think about it. The majority of the players duplicated dragons and dragon coins. The Trials of Luxion, the only way that you can just use dragon coins is for dragons, Fluxion, and Fluxion and Trials of Luxion. Fluxion, you can easily just look for other alternative to actually just craft Fluxion items, or just get the Fluxion items. Make it like at least more valuable. The Trials of Luxion, you already need to grind Venturine, which, what's the point in just having a lot of dragon coins, since at the end of the day you still have to grind for very specific items. So there's no point in just having dragon coin values on the Trials of Luxion. And the other one is just the dragons, which there's way too many in the game, and in many cases getting the dragon fragments already takes so long. So there's no point in just giving the players double grind, essentially. And once again, many dragon coins got duplicated, so a lot of people already have way too many of them. So there's no point in just having any of that, the dragon coins at this point. A lot of people already have way too many, and the newer players are going to suffer more and more and more as time goes on. To me, lesser dragon caches. You know what they should do with lesser dragon caches for the hourly challenges? Just remove the whole dragon coins in general, like from the game. And the hourly challenges just have 2 types of dragon caches. One for the daily, and the daily is going to be 10 dragon fragments of your choice. Let's just say something like that. 10 dragon fragments of your choice. And then the lesser fragments, or the lesser dragon caches, only drop 1 random fragments of each of the dragon. And that's it. Collect all 100 fragments and voila. And then you have an uncommon drop of just getting 5 fragments, and the rare drop of just getting 20. Yeah, honestly. Same. Trials of Luxion sucks. It's terrible. awful update. I don't want to hear from anyone just going, you know, oh yeah, it's not so bad. You can just get long shade materials per day. Yay, I guess. Doesn't change the fact that all of the other awful stuff, but well, I mean, sure. It's not like you get so much from a Trials of Luxin, regardless. So. And to me, like, one of the biggest problem with, like, the Trials of Luxin, obviously, outside of the fact that Venturine, that you had to grind Venturine and then you still have to spend Dragon Coins to get items that were previously from Luxin, which, in my opinion, is just the stupidest thing that they could just implement into the game. Like, what the hell? Why the hell do we have to grind for Luxin now? And outside of that, like, the limited movement speed to me is just absolutely awful. Why is the player limited in terms of their movement speed? I don't get it. I don't get why why they limit the movement speed on the player. Yeah. That dragon... Don't even get me started on that dragon. Oh my god. Trying to get both the dragon and the ally in the first week was painful, to say the least. Painful as hell. I remember the last day, the last day is there. The stream is right there. Grinded 9.5 hours straight. Almost missed it. Had to spend over like 1,000 credits to just keep buying unfortunate souls over and over and over again. So only so I can just keep resetting so I can get the most amount of Venturine. That was... That was rough. But yeah, Trials of Luxin is a terrible, terrible update. It's literally one of those updates that they just... It feels like they just forgot about it. Like they just had it from a long, long time ago and then just forgot about it, and they were right now like, oh, okay, we still have this on the notes. Let's just drop it in out of nowhere. Because no one asked for essentially that. Like literally no one asked for that. Maybe at most like, oh yes, like Luxin replacement, sure. Or something to fix Luxin, but not that. They literally just made it worse. Yeah, that... Like, I really wanted to get it done in the first week. Like, everything done in 1 week. So I could just focus on doing the other stuff. Video editing and video making and brainstorming and ideas and yada yada yada. You know, that could even be a story time type of video, essentially, that I never made. How I ended up just getting the Trials of Luxon Dragon in a week. But I never actually made a video like that, no. Because holy jeez, like that last day was some of the most intense focus that I've done on stream. It literally just felt like I was doing speed running, menuing and such. Like, legitimately, I was speed running, counting like my unfortunate soul, just taking calculation on how long it would take me to just get all of the venturing needed. And that last day I was so incredibly focused in just menuing. I even got to the point where I would end all 3 quests, and then before I got kicked out in the hub, I would just get the quest and start killing enemies just to get a head start for the next round. I literally would just kill like 10, 20 enemies, something like that. I would get kicked to the hub, immediately just rush in, create the portal, check if I had the unfortunate soul, check my credits, and then just be like, okay. And then just complete the 3, do reset, after a couple of reset, and then after the couple of reset, I would go and restart the game so I don't get like the long loading times. That was the type of like mentality that I was going for when I was trying to get that dragon. Because otherwise, if I was just grinding it normally, then I wouldn't make it. I legitimately, even despite doing all of that, I was like, it was literally 10 minutes away from reset by the time I actually just ended up getting the remaining fragments. Literally like 10, 12 or 30 minutes or something like that. By the time I finished the event. Or not the event, the dragon. It was so intense. It was unnecessarily intense. I was legitimately just completely quiet and just focused. Just menuing, just going back and forth. And just counting how many credits do I have. Okay, I have this amount of credits, so I can craft this amount of keys. And then if need be, then I need to just start just using flux for the remainers. And it was just essentially, I did all of that because of my own stupid miscalculation. I forgot about you know, once again, the awful crafting mechanic that I keep just mentioning that is so stupid that keeps getting increased. Yeah, that was the main example of like why that whole crafting style in this game is just bad. Because I legitimately had like what, like 12,000 venturine or something like that by the time they started, but that was literally like not even close to what I needed to get all of the what they like to call this the donut, the signet, the venturine signet. Because you need you need not only you need those to craft the dragon, well to get the fragment, but you also need 400 to craft the dragon. And I needed to grind what was it, like 225 worth of those donuts in a day to actually just get the dragon crafted, which is why it ended up just being such an intense grind. By the way, this event is pretty short, pretty straightforward. There isn't a whole lot of things in regards to this event in particular. Which I don't think I will just end up getting all of the mastery items in this event. Oh, well, today rather, in this stream, not in this event. I will get all of the mastery items, but in due time. Since at the end of the day, it's not... All I need to do is just grind for this event, and I would like to have the video done by hopefully by tomorrow, because I don't think I will end the video, or I will finish the video today, but hopefully by tomorrow I should have the video done. If I do like small amount of editing, because this whole event is going to be very short for me to explain. There's a whole lot of things, because it's mainly, oh yes, just do dungeons, kick. Do dungeon, get all the mastery items. I don't think there's any tradable items this time around. There's no grindable event items. This is one of those events that there isn't going to be a whole lot of grindable stuff. Let's just get all of the mastery items and be done with it. Anyways, also, I need to... Because I haven't been paying attention to the drops on, what is it, like this thing, the soul sigil. You get it from world bosses. Yes, it's world bosses, and then it's essentially any quote-unquote dungeon chest or world bosses in every dungeon. Also, another thing that I wanna talk about, this is going to be unrelated to any of, like, this is going to be related to the topic of me trying to move on. The other thing is, I don't want to say this, but I would just want to be honest. Just want to be 100% honest. But unfortunately, nowadays, the community is kind of toxic. Not all of them, but a lot of people are. And in many cases, I mean, I guess it's the serve. Considering all of the problems with the previous updates. And I get it. Many players are just bitter and are upset. They lose trust. But nowadays it's like, it feels like if you try to give credits whenever they do something well, if you give credit, it's like you're committing a crime or something. Like, what? It's like in many cases they try to look in a lot of negative way regarding many things that doesn't deserve any negativity, let's just say that. Because it's like the common thing to actually just complain about Trove. Or rather, is the common thing to criticize everything in this game. Because there are some good things. I'm not gonna say that everything in this game is just all doom and gloom and really bad, but there are definitely... Oh god damn it, there's wrong tone. There are some definitely good things, but yeah. It honestly feels like... Oh god, the lag. Oh my god, the lag, what the hell? But yeah, I don't... I'm gonna be... and just being honest. Welcome back. But yeah, as I was saying... but yeah, lately with Trove, or at least rather the community has been sometimes a little bit unnecessarily toxic in certain aspects. Like if you try to give credit or something, it's like no. Like for example, the latest Jesus Christ, this game is this lag is getting ridiculous. Let me just check if it is my internet, because it's very constant. It's very constant, and that usually happens when I'm getting packet loss. I'm just gonna keep moving around like this. Nope, it's just Trove. Nope, it's most definitely Trove. Trove being Trove, I guess. Yeah, Trove is just... Yeah. But yeah, it just feels wrong when... Well, it doesn't feel wrong, but it sometimes... Whenever, if you do give credit for something, it feels like many players go like, oh no, why? Oh, blah. It's like rabbit dogs. can't give any credits. I will criticize when I feel there's something wrong with the game, in my opinion, based my own preference. I will criticize it on that aspect, but I will not blatantly just randomly hate something for no goddamn reason. Jesus Christ, Trove, you. After the maintenance, you are taking the big shite. But I feel like in many cases, a lot of people just hate for the sake of just hating. I don't know. But yeah. I don't... me personally, is like... that doesn't affect me enjoying the game. But it most definitely just... feel... how should I put it? Like in the same... as a content creator, it feels awful. As a player, I don't care. That's the best way that I could just put it. You know, as someone who does video about it, it just kind of feels awful. Especially someone who tends to do a lot of tutorials, whatever. There's always that one guy that goes, "Oh, people still play the game, haha." Or "Don't play the game." I'm just like, okay, dude, I get it. You don't like the game. There's not enough player, but dead players, dead game. You know, that's the same thing over and over and over again. And again, as a creator, it just feels awful. Me as a player, personally, I just like, okay, whatever, I don't care. I just enjoy the game for what it is. But as a creator, it kind of sucks because it tends to discourage a lot of viewers. Because a lot of people, you know, are kind of interested in coming back, but whenever they hear people just keep saying that thing or that same mentality over and over and over again, it just feels bad. It's discouraging. Yeah, well, that's essentially what it is. Many people try to put in an opinion as a fact. They just act like their opinion is a complete fact. But even though it is not, it's an opinion, it's preference, it's based on what they like and they dislike. And and they just try to say their opinion like it is authority and it is a fact, and oh yes, you should listen to what I have to say. And then at the end of the day, it's like, I get it. You don't like the game, you don't enjoy it, but you cannot tell other people to just not do that. People are going to like or dislike certain things to that extent. But yeah, that's what I meant with like some of the toxicity with this game. Like, as a content creator, it kind of feels bad. Especially the game that you enjoy doing videos about and having a lot of people just talking ill will about it for no apparent reason, just hating for no reason. It just feels bad. Yeah, that's just how it is. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I get when people try to judge you for liking or disliking something because they don't like it, but trying to tell them to not, essentially not like what they like is bad. It's just bad. Unless it is something that is genuinely awful. If it's not hurting anyone, I don't think you should tell anyone to stop doing what they're doing. That's just what it is. ¿Tú ni conseguiste el maldito? Ni yo tampoco. Gasté como casi 300 millones en Golden Soy, Somber Soy, yo no lo saqué. GG. Yeah, that's just how it is. Yeah, a lot of people just keep saying that the game, oh yeah, get that game lol. Like, I get it, like, it's having problems. A lot of people who still play the game, not to the same extent, but because this game genuinely never been really, really big. If we're being completely honest. It's surprising that this game is still chugging in after 10 years. Not many games last for 10 years. Well, more than 10 years. Technically, this game has been here for 12 years, but 10 years since the official release back in like 2015 with the Steam release. Right, so that's just how it is. Yeah, it still has its fair share of active players. People still play the game. It's not as big as it used to, of course, naturally. Because that's what I mean, like, with, yeah, kind of deserved because of the terrible updates lately. A lot of people are just unhappy. But most definitely, a lot of people are still keeping watch and keeping track of, like, this game. This game is like 1 or 2 updates away from just becoming quite popular once again. I'm just gonna say that much. A couple of fixes here and there with some of the terrible things regarding the progression. And not being so, like, heavily focused on like time gated stuff. I can see this game just being a lot more active. Yeah, the game is not dead. I will just say that. And if anyone just say that the game is dead, they're just wrong. To put it simply, they're just wrong. The game is truly dead if it doesn't get any updates or anything. This game's still getting updates, regardless. It's not like this game is like getting sunset or anything. Like, this game is still getting updates. The player base, while small, they're still there. I mean, this game is... Again, people usually think of a game that is just completely thriving. It's like, oh, your Fortnite or your Call of Duties or the games with hundreds of thousands of people online every single day. It's like, there are certain games that usually never reach to that point. But they are not dead. This is one of them. This is one of those games that... Right there. Yeah, if the game was dead, they would have easily just said, oh yeah, no, this game is going into sunset. And they're going to shut down the servers in a month or something like that. But considering that it's still being worked on, especially with update, it's safe to assume that this game is doing a lot better than people give it credit. Also, considering that recently they moving into proper servers from cloud servers. Cloud servers are way cheaper than proper servers. So given the fact that they actually just moved into proper servers rather than cloud servers, speaks to volume that they still want this game to thrive and just move on. They just need to do better decisions with certain updates and just, in my opinion, just listen to the community more. But that's why this game still has potential despite being the quote-unquote bad game, because it's not a bad game. It's just mismanaged. That's just how it is. Because in many cases, if you put this management, I'm just going to cut it dry like this. If we had this type of developers with any other game, trust me when I say that this game, that game would truly be dead. Would be abandoned and dead in like no time. I'm not even kidding. I'm just gonna cut it dry like that. Because they legitimately ignore the player base in many cases. And yeah, in many cases they just do whatever the hell they want, and then maybe just receive feedback from the players. Maybe. That's why they keep dropping in just terrible updates that no one asked for. But the core game is just so fun and enjoyable to the majority of the player that it keeps player coming back into this game and just enjoying the journey. Because the other thing is, like, there's still new players that come into this game. Because that's the other thing that many players do not realize. There's a lot of new players. People see this game is free. They go like, ooh, this looks just like Minecraft. Because usually how it is. They usually just see voxel game blocks. construction and whatever, and they go like, "Ooh, Minecraft," and immediately, and they go like, "Ooh, free, ooh, online, ooh, multiplayer, MMO. I'm gonna try it," and they just play it for a little bit, because most of the people that usually complain about this stuff are people that have been playing the game for at least over a couple of months, at least, when they start seeing the actual problems with the progression. But newer players usually don't even know what the hell is even going on. Yeah. Is the event live now? Yes. And again, Trove is a good game. It's just mismanaged. Just simply how it is. Yes, there's a lot of new players in playing this game. People coming in, getting out, and that's it. Is there a new pack, at least on Xbox, and I would assume also PlayStation? No, I don't know a PC. Usually PC just get just random packs, but I doubt it. I don't think there's any new pack. The only thing is like the curio merchant or cranny. The cranny costumes that has been here since last week. But that's about it. Yeah, more than likely, yeah. Because the core game of Trove is good. The problem is like, yeah, the problem is the things that are in Trove, not the game in general, not the core game. The core game is good. The core game is fine. Good game, feels good, feels nice. The gameplay loop is good, whatever. But the problem is some of the requirement for certain things, the fact that it forces you to wait, all those little things are like the awful part. Like, it doesn't benefit, in many cases it doesn't benefit players for playing the game the way that they want. That's why, like, me playing recently, recently I've been playing an MMO called Tibia. Tibia is one of the oldest MMOs ever. Is older than probably a lot of you watching. not even kidding. Game is 28 years old, by the way. The game is still going strong, and that's just mainly the gameplay loop of that game is done. It's really good. It's like the main focus of the game is hunt. It's essentially what I'm doing right here, doing dungeons. But it's just going into areas and hunting creatures and just getting EXP and leveling up. And the leveling is just essentially... This is limitless. It's just like the Paragon level system. Just imagine the Paragon level system from Trove. But actually leveling up gives you stats. And it's never ending leveling. Then you have the other stuff like some quests here and there for access for certain areas and whatever, but the main gameplay loop is just go in there, hunt, and that's it. Get EXP, level up. There's no waiting involved, and maybe at most waiting involved is like waiting for the stamina to recover, which if you grind for far too long, then naturally the game is going to give you less and less stamina. They usually just have that to prevent people from botting or account sharing and all of that. But still, like what, like 42 hours, regardless of stamina, which is like a lot. Even if you play for a couple of hours a day, that stamina is going to last like a whole lot. And then there's 5 different vocations where you can just use the stamina. Like, you know, possibility endless. You know, grinding, it just feels endless, essentially. There's no waiting. Yes, there's waiting for the side stuff. But the main progression of the game, you just play it. And my problem with Trove, especially right now, is that a lot of the things regarding progression is waiting. Perfect example is, by the way, they have not announced the Jibaki winners as far as I know. But gem augmentation, you have to wait for bomb railings. Empowered gem boxes, you have to wait for empowered gems. Well, empowered gems, you have to wait for empowered gem boxes, which is just tied to weeklies, even though you get quite a lot of them. Regardless, that's a thing tied to progression. Dragons with the dragon coins and the hourly challenges. And the Diamond Dragon X or Diamond Dragon Egg with Primordial Dragons, you had to wait to do your dailies. Your, what is it, like the Crystal Gem conversion, so you can convert into Crystal Gems, you had to wait for qubits. And those type of things that are needed for your progression, you have to wait, and which is not good. And frankly speaking, people don't like waiting, especially when it comes to progression. Me personally, I'm not grinding Mystic Gear, and that's not because that's mainly because of the requirement for Mystic Gear. But the base concept of Mystic Gear is fine because it's an endgame gear that you get it by grinding. It just sucks to grind for it. Just boring as hell. But gem augmentation, well, essentially just getting the gem augmentations and power gems and dragons, which are the 3 main things, are just time gated, and that it just sucks. To me, it just doesn't feel good to progress into this game. The other game is like Maple Story. That's another game that is old as hell and still going strong. The main objective of progression, again, leveling up. You get into an area, you level up. And you level up. There's still the daily bossing and the weekly bosses to get better equipment, but that's just to increase your damage, but not necessarily to level up. You use those to make money, you use those to do to whatever. But at the end of the day, the main progression, which is leveling up, you can just get it by just playing the game. The main progression of Trove is not leveling up, is power rank. Power rank is your main progression in this game. And unfortunately, they just put in power rank just similar to like the gears of like other MMOs, even though the other MMOs, the gear is to increase your damage. This game is not only to increase your damage, but also to enter the higher portals, because you still need power rank to enter certain portals. You need light to enter certain portals, and in order for you to get power rank at light, then you see, like that's that's the thing. That's my issue. You want crystal level 5, you need 45k essentially. 45,000 power rank. And for 45,000 power rank, you need a lot of dragons and augmentation, which is waiting. You want to enter long shade, 42,500 power and 10,000 light. You essentially had to wait mostly for gem booster to level out your crystal gems to level 30. You don't need that many dragons, but you still need the primordial dragons, which again is waiting. And same goes with light and whatnot. Like truly, the time gating content for me, like I would say, it just becomes I would just say it becomes bad, and I mean bad in like in general. I mean bad as in like it becomes like an actual problem once it's usually between that area when you are 40 to 45,000 power, and that's the biggest problem with time gated resources. Anything prior to that, like the early game, is just very easy to progress, but when you are in the 30, I will probably say 37 to 45,000 power, and that's the biggest problem when it comes to time gated, because that's when you start needing augmentation dragons and all of those things. But yeah, early game is like everything, it just gives you, everything is progression. And the end game, once you do reach to, 45,000 power rank, like the end game is just gear grinding, where it is actually grinding. But anything prior, like anything between 37 to 45,000 power rank is like when you had to do augmentation and getting the, getting dragons and getting the proper empower gems, crystal gem conversions mainly. Well, yeah, if you don't have all of your empower gems crystal, at least the 3-star crystal empower gems. And then waiting for 9th life to upgrade your gems to level 30 and all of those things. That's to me like the biggest issue with Trove's progression. Like it doesn't feel like a steady progression, it feels like you're going into steps. Like you power up really quickly and then you hit a wall. And then you have to wait. And then once you wait to climb over that wall, and then it becomes easy again. And then you have to wait. And then it becomes easy. It's like so weird. It's such a weird, it doesn't feel like consistent. Like the example with like Tibia. It's like leveling up, it feels consistent. You just kill creature, and just power up eventually, just leveling up. Maple Story, same thing. Levels becomes harder and harder, but at the end of the day, the same gameplay loop is exactly the same. Trove is like, oh, I got gems. Or I'm doing quests, getting gems, and then just wait. Once you actually get the gems, that's when you power it up to something like crystal gems, and then you had to wait for upgrades every single week. And then once you actually have all of your gems, then you had to wait for Brown Brilliance to get like very little percentage. And waiting for dragons. And it's just like climb. Once you actually just get to 45,000 power rank and get crystal level 5, then it becomes quite easy again, because all you need to do is just upgrade crystal 5 and mystic. And then your power rank just goes crazy once again. This is kind of dumb. Yeah. There's also another thing, like being afraid with mystic gems, especially the empowered gems. That's the one that I'm more nervous about, more than the lesser gems, because I would assume that mystic lesser gem they're going to drop in Longshade, but at the very least the empowered gems, that is that's just no. The whole stat reroll system, I don't like the fact that they are random. I don't like the fact that they are random. Like, I wouldn't say I wouldn't particularly mind. I think they're a little bit too expensive, considering that you can only get, what, like 6 rerolls a week? Technically a little bit more if you count Luster's gem boxes. But let's just say on average you get 6 rerolls a week. Which is not a whole lot, but it is not very little either. My problem is being random is my biggest issue. The fact that you spend so much and getting, like, you commit so much in spending like lunar souls and the very specific resources. Yeah, that's the issue. Like, to me personally, with gem rollers, that's one of those things that I'm like, it's not that big of a deal being time gated, but I don't like it. I don't like the fact that it is random when you re-roll your stats, because unlike gem augmentation and dragons and all of that, re-roller usually doesn't give you power rank. It's just to optimize your build. Which is like, it's like mainly for those who just wanna properly power up, especially with the empowered gens. I just don't like the fact that it's just completely random. Oh, I want to get rid of this base maximum health, and then you get back max health percentage, and then you get back max health, and then max health percentage, and then you finally get your stats, and there goes pretty much all of your rerolls for the week for one gem. Because at the end of the day, you don't need that very many rerolls in general, but the fact that it is random, it just makes it really, really bad. Like, I've had certain cases where I have re-rolled a gem 10 to 11 times just to get the stat that I want, because it kept going back and forth. It's really bad. Yeah. It pretty much, that's the problem with gem rerolling. Gem rerolling, the problem with gem rerolling is literally just, is that, for me at least, in my opinion, is the randomness behind it. Same with sparks. Same with using using sparks, using flares. Both of them are just equally as bad for that particular reason. And they're just random. And I don't think they should be random considering the limited amount that you have per week. Here. Look at the amount of stupid Moontouch Dragonite fragments and no Moontouch of all time. Yay. And include the dragon. Oh, you're getting magic damage on a physical damage, yeah. Oh boy. Don't get me started on magic damage on a physical damage class. Oh boy. You will see that happen on my 0 to 30,000 power rank. That was a thing that happened a lot. That was rough. It's so bad. Because at least in many cases with small gems, the lesser gems, those are grindable. Which is why, like, with mystic gems, whenever they do get implemented, like, I'm not too afraid of getting the lesser gems, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be just dropped from long shade. The empowered gems being crystal empowered gems already suck ass to get. I cannot even imagine how bad mystic empowered gems are going to be. And then upgrading crystal gems kinda suck already, because you still have to use a lot of ninth life. Again, another resource that you have to essentially just wait for it. And yeah. Gives you magic damage, yeah. That's just how it is. Yep. You keep going back and forth between the two stats, and there goes all of your gems, like all of your rerolls. Yeah, it's just the randomness of it sucks. It's really bad. If it gave you the option to just choose whichever stats that you wanted per reroll, then that would have been. Then I wouldn't mind the gem reroll system being time gated. Because at the end of the day, that's just to optimize your build. Doesn't necessarily increases your power rank, but the fact that it's random, I don't think it's a good thing. I think that needs to be changed. I feel that needs to be just completely changed. That and make Bound Brilliance grindable as well. And not just rare, grindable, whatever. No. Actually grindable. Like it draws on a somewhat frequent drop chances. Not just, oh yes, I get 1 Bound Brilliance every 10,000 dungeons. No, none of that BS. A decent amount of Bound Brilliance. so that people can get to 100%. So that people can just optimize builds. Yeah. It just happens a lot with that. Like, I have people not, I wouldn't necessarily just criticize, because my god, if anyone just tried to criticize like my gem build or something like that, I would kick the living hell out of them. But I have people just comment me on, just be like, oh yes, why is your build not this in particular, like the top number one build? Like this essentially my gem build, with at least with my knight. Shadowhunter's almost the same, but in terms of like numbers, like what I like to, well, people like to call it is like a 5499. I've had people just go like, oh yes, why don't you have like a 903 or 216 or 315, any of them? Like, do you honestly believe that I need that? Like, okay. You know what? Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. It's normal. I mean, I understand it completely. I understand the reason is annoying. Is the randomness behind it. The fact that you reroll a stat, and then you, like I just mentioned, like you have max health and you want to get rid of the max health, and then you get max health percentage, and then you go from max health percentage back to max health, and then from max health to max health percentage, and then just keep going back and forth, and then there goes all of your rerolls, and you go like, okay, so I just, nice, I spent, okay, sure, all right, nice, thank you, Trove. Yeah, that's just essentially what ended up happening. And don't get me started with Contain Chaos Flare, just moving all of those stupid pearls. Oh yes, I want to get rid of my pearl on this particular gen. Let's just say it has 3 critical damage that I want to move the critical damage pearl into the physical damage. And then goes into crit hit. And then you move from critical hit back into critical damage. And then go back to crit hit, crit damage, crit hit, crit damage. And then there goes all of your flares. It's like, just let us pick the goddamn stat. It's already expensive enough to get this stupid thing. Why is it random? Temper block element, youpie. So I still have that C5. I don't think I need any C5 phase as far as I know. I already have all C5. I think all of my characters have a C5. Let me double check just in case. I could just rebuy it back if I need to. But I think all of my characters have a C5, at least 2-star plus. Only thing that I need is like 2-star C4s. Well, C5 hats, not C4s, C5 hats. Yeah, I'm done with those. Okay. Yep, that's that is the problem with that. I mean, there's quite a bit of problems with the gem system in general. Like, to me personally, a lot of the things with the gem system is pretty good. I feel the gem system, for the most part, is pretty good. Gotta love Hearts of Foam. Yay. It's like at least when it comes to lesser gems and power gems, that's another entire different thing. But the core base mechanics of the gem system is fine. But it has certain things that need to be tweaked a little bit. The gem re-rollers need to be something that people allow, that people should pick the stat that they want. Same with flares and sparks, both of them. Gem augmentation needs to be something that you can grind, rather than you having to wait for bound brilliance. Gem leveling doesn't have to rely on gem booster. Gem boosters should be boosters, not gem requirements, because that's what it feels like right now. Nightlife, it feels like a requirement rather than a booster to increase the chances of leveling out the gem. And power gems being time gated in general. Considering that Empower Gems, for some reason you can still get 2 stars Empower Gems. I don't know why you can still get 2 stars instead of just getting 3 stars only. Like, 2 stars are a waste of time, and they should not be in the game. So 3-star Empower Gems only. Radiance or Stellar does not matter. And whenever they implement the Mystic Empower Gem, they should put in crystals in the regular Empower Gem boxes. I mean, they should put all of them, in my own personal opinion, but hey, it is what it is. Heck, in my own personal opinion, they should just remove Radiant Gems. Radiant Empower Gems. Whenever Mystic just drops. They should only give at least Stellar 3 stars and Crystal 3 star, and then with the Empower Gem fragments and a set amount of power, and then you should just craft Mystic. If they want to keep like the whole like time gated resources. Yeah, Radiant Gems are just pointless. They were only useful back when Stellars were the highest Empower Gems, or the highest rarity. But ever since Crystal, Radiant Gems have just been essentially pointless. And honestly, whenever they implement, if they implement Mystic Gem, they should just get rid of the Radiant and should just only be Stellar and Crystals, and then the Mystic should be the craftable one. So that newer players can progress much quickly to the higher power rank, and then they don't have to rely too much on waiting to get over the 30,000 power rank hump, because that's usually one of the bigger problems. Many players, especially newer players, struggle to get to around 30 to get to 30,000 power rank, and many cases is the gems in general being 2-star. How to get this night costume is from one of the Shadows Eve store pack, the Spooky Swag backpack. So whenever Shadows Eve rolls around in October, this store pack should be there. The store pack with this costume and many other costumes. I think it's like 4 costumes. But yeah, this is one of them. One of the oldest costumes in the game, which is very interesting. One of the only night costume that actually makes the night look good, but instead we only get like a penguin, a cat, a cake, a turkey, a chef. Like, there are some costumes that are okay, like the Valor's Armor, the Fiery Champion, Twilight Templar, the Enforcer Eradicator. Like, those costumes look good, but to me, like, this one just looks really unique. Yes, Boomeranger also has pretty bad costume. Like, to me, like, this costume is like still my favorite. Yeah, many costumes. The monkey, an artist, a piñata, a scuba diver, an astronaut with like 2 colors, a big caca, because that's what it looks like. This one looks like big caca, brown caca, and you. Yeah, that's it. That's just how it is with those costumes. There are certain characters that have really nice costumes. I feel Vanguardian does have pretty cool costumes. Either unique, I would say. Like, it has, like, I mean, it has a carrot, a goddamn carrot, a carrot, a bee. But it has like a lot of really unique costumes. I don't know what a lot of people end up using for Boomeranger costumes. In many cases, whenever I do see Boomeranger, people using the character they use. They usually just use either the Magic Man a lot, or usually whenever something that is just new, the newest one. I mean, that, I don't know. Or something like very, very simple, like a level goddamn nothing costume. I don't know. I mean, I don't see a lot of people in many cases just use silly costumes for any of the characters. Oh yeah, the monkey. The monkey. A lot of people just use this costume for the Shadowhunter. I don't like it as much. It's alright. Like it looks good, but at the same time, it just has way too many. It just has way too many different colors that just doesn't fit too well with one another. Yellow with pink and light blue is like, yeah, yeah. Raven Hunter. This is the costume the site uses. And many people just ask, oh, why do you get that costume? That costume looks sick. It's like, does it? It's just me. Probably it's just me, but I just like, I don't know. I don't like it as much. Personally, I like something like this one. That with a gun. Yep. Just shooting a gun sideways because of hood. Yeah, the Raven Hunter is like alright for me. It's not bad, not great. It's not the most insane costume that like some people go like, oh my wow, this costume, holy gosh. Oh yeah, I was using this costume for because I was checking in something. What the hell did I use with this character? This one also has one of those. You know what? Let me just play fashion. I just type it in FOB 75. Not like I'm gonna do so much anyways. And for the bard costumes, you know, the thing is, I just get so many costumes that I just don't even know how they look like. It's been like that for a long while. I believe I used to use the mariachi. And I believe I used to use, don't remember which hairstyle I used to use, but I remember the one that I used the most was the mariachi. But I don't remember the hairstyle. Oh my god, the head. The boy, you got a head like crazy. I think that looks good. That looks so silly. Oh, no, definitely not that one. I remember the one that I used to use. It was the Coronival. Yes. Don't remember the hairstyle though. I still don't remember. I need to check the video that I used to use the bar costume. Oh, there we go. There it is. There you go. That's the costume combination that I used to use on the board. Yeah, Carnival with the pumpkin. Ref, holy jeez. Boy looks chunky as hell. Now this is an old costume combination. I used to use these costumes in like 2019 or something like that. Yeah, I most definitely just use. There you go. I remember using this one a whole lot. Was it this hairstyle? I don't remember. I think it was the Radiant Corona. Or was it this? I don't remember if it was. No, it was definitely Radiant Corona. Yeah. I only remember the spear and the costume, for sure. Boomeranger's always been this. Gunslinger's always been this. Yeah, I have no idea how many people ask me, oh yes, what is this costume combination? What the hell? How do you get all of these? I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's my answer. Just yeah. Colormancer, I never particularly had a costume combination. And I would just consistently just use all the time. Maybe the Plague Doctor completely, but... You know what? This looks silly as hell. And just give it a power polisher, why not? I know Ice Age. You know what? I know I used the... What was it like? I think it was this. I remember using such a dumb costume combination for this one because of this hairstyle. Where the hell are you? No, I don't... There we go. The goddamn fish. It's just... It's... Stupid ass fish. I just love it so much. What was one of these two? I don't remember which one was. I remember I used to rock. I think it was this one. I remember I used to rock this so often because of the fish and definitely, for sure, the toothbrush. Tooth. This one has always been this for a long time. Guardian. Honestly, Guardian, you can never go wrong with this. You could never go wrong with this one. You can never go wrong with that one, of course. This one, I changed this costume very recently, but I always use the Vampolite. Vampolite minigun, Plague Doctor. That's always the one that I've always used for so long. Dino Tamer has always been this one. You have no idea how many people actually ended up copying this costume combination for a long time. When people used to use the Dino Tamer a whole lot. Because this was the costume combination that I used back in... Was that 2020? 2019 as well? And you have no idea how many people just kept asking me, oh, how do you get that costume? How do you get that costume? Either on stream or messaging me like directly, and then I would just be like, okay, it's like Dracomancer, level 10 gunslinger, Tommy gun. And I remember just seeing like how many people was it? Like 4 or 5 people just running around with this, if I recall correctly. But yeah, this is one of those that I've always kept for the longest time. I might change, like I might have changed here and there to something like this one, but it's always been like my Dino Tamer costume that I've never changed. A Pirate Captain. This essentially has been the last one that I use, but I don't think I particularly just enjoy one with the Pirate Captain, I will be honest. Maybe at most with either of these, but I just kept this one for the longest time. I'm just remembering the one that I used for my 0 to... Oh, my candy bar. Not my 030, like the 40 kprs project. This one is most definitely... This is what I used to use so, like, all the time. It was this, Bone Knight helmet, and... I don't think I saved it. No, I most definitely did not. But I know where you at. You're here. There you go. The double gravity hammer. The double gravity hammer. Big boy. I like this one. This is what I used a whole lot. I believe I just saw someone using the one with... Which one was it? What's the other? The Shaggy Yeti? But with another hairstyle, and then I would remember, I was like, oh wait, there's like the Yeti, and then there's the Frigifin. Then I just use the Frigifin. The Lunar Lancer. Oh god, what the hell did I use? Goddamn Tony the Tiger BS. What would I even use with this character? Either Hydraken or the Daughter of the Moon one. Or the Spire's Dragoon one. It's like one of those 3 that I used. Let me go with the Proto Lancer. My problem with the Lunar Lancer is that not a lot of hairstyle just fit really well with him. Like me personally. Look at the goddamn fish. The fish just looks so out of place. But I think I might have ended up just using the... If I'm being honest, I will just use the Pirate Dragoon full set. I know the spear is most definitely this one. This is the one that I always use. The Resplendent Whirlwind Wake. That's the only one that I remember always using. Oh, definitely Rubber Ducky for Faye. You can never go down with the goddamn Rubber Ducky. You never go wrong with this one. Tomb Racer, I remember the one that I use. The Various Necromancer. Nubian Assassin. I believe it was this one. And remember only the costume and the hairstyle. That's the only one that I remember. You are the knight. And Solarian. That is definitely one that I don't remember because I don't think I've used so much the Solarian, if I'm being honest. It's technically just rather new. Like for the most part, I used to use the level 30 costume with, I believe it was the same hairstyle that I used on the Neon Ninja. Like this one. This is the one that I used on the 40k PR project. If I remember correctly. And just basing it off the... What is it like? The thumbnails from those. Let me check. Let me double check. Videos. Okay. It's kinda lagging. It's kinda lagging. It's not letting me check my YouTube studio. Come on. Why? Why me? Alright. There you go. Alright, so let me check. Just based on thumbnails, so yes, the Gunslinger, so that's Gunslinger. Fire Captain. Oh, right. I remember the Lunar Lancer one. Yes, I remember the Lunar Lancer one. It was this one? Was it this one or this one? No, it was definitely this. With that, and the hairstyle was the... Is it Dracolite? There you go. This is the costume combination that I use. I just saw the thumbnail. This is the one. Just seeing the thumbnail, yeah, this is the one. Dracula is the minigun. Oh yeah, the Neon Ninja was a joke one that I used to use, but that doesn't matter. Dino Tamer. Rev. It's like this, it uses the same hairstyle, I believe, in the pumpkin costume. Candy Barbarian, I would just alternate between that and this swords. But when I used to use, it was this swords. Bard is the same. Solarian is, yeah. Yep. Yeah, Revenant was... But this is the old one. Was this? And he also uses this hostile, right? I believe it was that hostile. Let me check. Yeah, it was this. Captain's Cavalier. But I believe I didn't use a face style. It was headless. No face, no face. I believe it was. Yeah. That was the one. And the spear was... What the hell happened to the quality? God damn. Yeah, it was this exact same spear. For some reason, I never changed this spear. There we go. Yeah, I'm saying I'm about to end soon too. I'm getting a tad bit tired. And I have to just sit down and just make this whole event video. So I gotta write down script, record, and move on. What time is it? It's 4 p.m. I should at least... I want to at least just have the recording done, and when I wake up I will just have everything else and just have the whole event uploaded by tomorrow. But anyways, I'm going to end the stream right here. I am getting a little bit tired. Again, if there's any big news regarding Trove, then I will just come back and do another stream. But as it stands right now, I'm just going to be chill for the most part. The event is short, and I can take this opportunity now that the event being very short, and just work more on the video, work more on the 0 to 30k. So yeah, that's going to be everything for me. Thank you everyone for dropping by as always. 3 hours of stream, not bad, even though like an hour of those it was like chatting or messing around. This event is super short, super easy. As far as I know, there is no tradable mastery items. Pretty much everything is going to be related to the Soul Sigil, and it is pretty straightforward and easy event. I don't know if I can actually... Probably I could even have this video event done today, so... yeah. Anyways, take care as always, everyone. Keep on hunting, and I'll see you very soon, or not very soon. I'll see you soon, I guess. Stay tuned for the video regarding this event. Well, anyways, take care.